District 116 Director, Distinguished Toastmaster Sherwin Olimpo, Program Quality Director, Distinguished Toastmaster Ajaya Roji, and Club Growth Director, Distinguished Toastmaster Naila Rizvan, leaders of District 116 Division, area directors, club officers, members, and a special good evening and greeting for our seasoned trainer, Distinguished Toastmaster Raghavan Menon. Good evening, everyone. Hope you are all doing great. Before we start our session today, I would just like to remind everyone with very simple guidelines to make sure that our meeting is running smoothly and efficiently. First of all, I kindly ask you to keep your mics muted unless you are going to speak. Okay? And those of you who can open their cameras, please do open the cameras because it gives us the sense of camaraderie and that we are sitting together for this training. And if you open the camera, please make sure to use the virtual background that we have shared in the chat box. If you cannot see it, please raise your hand or text and we will reshare it again. Of course, you know that in Toastmasters events, we usually avoid talking about topics such as politics, sex, and religion. And those of you who will open their mics when they speak, please make sure that you don't have any background noise that might disturb you or disturb the audience watching you or hearing you. We're excited for this training. This is considered the first official TLI serious training. And we couldn't think about a more important topic than how to make your club distinguished, the Distinguished Club Program and the Club Success Plan. These two areas are linked together, okay? Because without a proper success plan for your club, you cannot make sure that your club will become a distinguished one. And you will not make sure that your club get the quality, the level of quality needed so that the members can learn, advance, and develop. Having said that, I would like to welcome you all again to this fantastic training that will be led by our seasoned past district director, distinguished Toastmaster Raghavan Menon. I will, of course, introduce him in more details later on, but now it's time to pass on the mic to the current program quality director, distinguished Toastmaster Ajaya Roje. She is the past Division B director and she served in various leadership roles before. I believe that there isn't a single leadership role from club level till now that she missed. She's a very active leader. I have worked with her closely last year when I was the district retention ambassador, and she was one of the most active division directors we had last year. And without further ado, please put your hands together to welcome on screen our Program Quality Director, Distinguished Toastmaster Ajay Urje. PQD, the screen is yours.
Thank you, DTM Nevin. Let's give a big round of applause to our TLI chair, Distinguished Toastmaster Nevin, for introducing me, for organizing this beautiful training. And definitely, I would like to welcome you all for the first session of TLI series from PQD team today for the very important topic, Club Success Plan and Distinguished Club Program. So, are you all with me? Just open your mic and say good evening or yes, we are everyone together. Open
Yes.
your mic.
Good evening.
Yes.
Good
Good
evening.
evening.
Yes, we
Thank
are
you
with
so
you.
much.
Good evening, everybody.
We are with you.
Thank you so much. We all are here to learn and understand what exactly is Club Success Plan, how well we can plan so that we will succeed. And the better we plan, the better we will get our goals achieved within the limited target period. So, as you are picking, it gives me immense pleasure to see so many dedicated leaders who chose to invest their time today. Even we are having today Saturday being Saturday family time, you have come up and you started joining the meeting. And I'm really happy to see all of you here, and I'm very sure that you are going to gain a lot of insights that how to do your club success plan, how to record and track your DCP point goals and everything. All whatever is your query, it will be solved or resolved today. We will try our best to give the best kind of a training from our side. This is our first training for club success, club officers, not only club officers, but it is for each and every member. So, good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us today. So, let me tell you about today's trainer. We have built wonderful trainer who agreed to be with us today, and we are so blessed to have him today, and I'm sure you will really enjoy today's session. Without further ado, let me give control to our district director to give few encouraging words to all our members who joined today, and then we will start with our training. So, Didi, the stage is all yours. Over to you.
Thank you to our dear Program Quality Director, the Philippine Toastmaster Jayan DA, and fellow Toastmasters all over, I believe not everyone that's in Qatar, even outside Qatar, especially our esteemed speakers for this evening. So once again, good evening, everyone. It's really a great journey to be in Toastmasters. And every great journey needs a map. And in Toastmasters, our destination is always, we say, excellent. And our map in the Distinguished Club program that we call DCP is not just a checklist that we have to follow. So we pertain to our goals or a set of numbers to chase. This DCP is a proven framework of Toastmasters International that ensures members learn, grow, and achieve their personal goals. So when every club achieves distinguished status, it means that you as leaders of Toastmasters are delivering on the Toastmasters promise that we have given to the club members. And then, how can we make that happen? So we do it through this club success plan. We make a plan. So we think of the club success plan as our blueprint or a roadmap. It is where our executive committee or officers write down exactly how we will support our members and how we will recruit new members and how we will overcome challenges, especially the one that we are experiencing in the region. It's really a great challenge that we have to face. And it will not only impact the district as well as the club. So I want to emphasize here one critical, non-negotiable point that today will be a part of the topic, which is submitting the club success plan. It is mandatory. It's a requirement to achieve a distinguished club recognition. So we can achieve all 10 DCP goals, but without this club success plan being submitted before the deadline, the club cannot officially be recognized as distinguished. So this training, fellow Toastmasters, leaders, we will learn how to build the plan that works for our respective clubs. So use this time to ask questions because we have the experts here. Collaborate and set your team up to the success. And again, it's an honor to be with you on this kind of session, this platform. Thank you for your dedication, your leadership, and your commitment in making this term 2026-2027 unforgettable. So let's plan for success, execute with passion, and lead our club to greatness. So thank you very much. Over to you, Madam TLI Chair, Distinguished Toastmaster Naveen Kamara.
Thank you. Thank you so much, District Director, for these wisdom words. And thank you for the encouragement. And I hope that all the leaders of District 116 take this these strong vibes and use them to support their clubs and start the new term with a big bang. So right now it's time to start our training, and our trainer tonight actually is a celebrity in District 116. He doesn't need really much introduction, but for those new members who are new to Toastmasters and new to District 116, I think he deserves to be properly introduced. So, our trainer started his journey of Toastmasters in 2008 through a speechcraft program conducted by Qatar Toastmasters Club. He held various leadership positions. He served as president for 4 clubs, mentor and sponsor of 9 clubs, area director, district TLI, chair, district pathways ambassador, district gavel club coordinator, and the list is endless until you reach the year where he was the district director for District 116, and during his term District 116 was able to secure #1 district in the world. So please put your hands together to welcome on screen our trainer for tonight and my selected mentor by choice, distinguished Toastmaster Raghavan Menon. Sir, the screen is yours.
Thank you, TLI Chair Naveen. District Director Sherwin, PQD Ajaya, CGD Naila, TLI Chair Naveen, all distinguished Toastmasters, Division Directors, Area Directors, Club Leaders, good evening. Now, there is a saying, an old Chinese saying, which says, when you have to travel to an unroad road, ask those who are returning. I'm sure that is one of the reasons probably you chose me, because I have seen it all. During the last 17 years, I've been associated with the club at various positions, including my 17th year. The last year, I became the president of my home club, Qatar Toastmasters. After, 4 years after I was a district director, I took up the role of president for some particular reasons. So I have seen it all. I have experienced it all. I have attended such trainings many, many times. And that is probably the reason the current district leadership thought, why not call this man who is retired and enjoying his retired life back in India. Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity. I really appreciate. I'm good to see all of you, at least on the screen. Many of my, friends whom I have worked with, including Kumaran and all, I've been associated with them for from many, many years. So it's really a pleasure to seeing all of you. Now, today I'm going to take you through the DCP and the successful club program with some of the experiences probably I have experienced, which I'll share. I'm sure for the new club leadership and the area division leadership, this may help. So let's start. I'll share my presentation. Can you see my presentation?
Yes. Yes.
All right. So, as we say, plan, perform, prosper. Now, this is all we are talking to the club leaders mainly because they are the action point. Okay, that you have to remember. The action point is at the clubs. But of course, the area director, division director, and the district leaders all are there to support, guide, and give you advices. So it is again my main focus at the moment. Whatever I'm going to talk about today is mainly to the club leaders. So let's start. Now, these are the topics we are going to talk about it today. Introduction till conclusion. There are different topics I have written. Interestingly, the photo on the right side is a very, very special photograph. Why I say special? Because this is lined up all the district directors till date. including our current district director, Sherwin. But I know next year, whoever becomes the district director, probably either you have to cut and paste because two of these district directors are retired and they are in India. So you may not get them if you want to take a group photograph. But it's nice, and I really cherish this photograph when we took it, and it is with me. Now let's start with the introduction. As I told you, the introduction, what I want to do is nothing but clubs are the action point. In Toastmasters, the inverted pyramid of Toastmasters, if you remember, and those who have seen, it is always the member at the bottom and the clubs on the just above that. Then area, division, district, and TI comes on the topmost. Okay, so always the base is always starting from the club. So let's see what it means. First, I'll share my journey in brief. I was introduced already. But as I said, when I started in 2008, I joined Qatar Toastmasters as a secretary of the club. So secretary, frankly speaking, I did not know much about it other than taking the minutes of meeting and presenting in the next meeting. But second year, I was promoted. I was chosen or elected as a VP of the club. Probably that is where I started getting deep into the club administration and leadership and how to plan and how to make the club the best club in the district is those vision, all that evolved from that stage onwards. So 17 years in Toastmasters, district director in 2019-20, and more importantly, I was called as an awards man. Sometimes I remember District DTM Thalan made one speech on me that why I go after awards. But I have no regrets. I really strongly believe that you must go after awards. The simple reason I'll tell you, when your club becomes the best club in Qatar, for example, District 116, your club is going to be the best. No, whenever we want to do something, a newsletter you are bringing out, try to be the best newsletter in the district. When you are making a website, make the best website. So anything you do, make it the best. This is what my motto is. And then I used to really love awards. It's a fact. In fact, the shelf, my wife doesn't allow me to keep all of them, is full of trophies and mementos, which I collected in Toastmasters. Now, in 2019, 20, 21, 3 years, something miracle happened in District 116. We know that, some of you are the old timers, you all know that we became Smedley Distinguished District 3 years in a row, and we became #1 district in the world. This is not an easy task. This is nothing but all the clubs helped. All the division directors supported, all the area directors contributed, and the clubs succeeded. When a district becomes #1 in the world, it is not by lottery or not by luck. It is all because the clubs in the district has to perform. Maximum percentage of clubs becoming distinguished is one of the main criteria to become #1 in the world. Apart from number of members, the membership increase in the clubs overall in the district is another criteria. And the third criteria is to have maximum number of new clubs formed during that year. So these three criteria, when you start topping, from day one, you have to work on it. It doesn't happen by miracle. It doesn't happen by mistake. It has to be a meticulous planning at the ground level, which is, I told you, clubs. And that will translate into all these percentages. So end of the year, when the June 30th is the time when we celebrate. But to do the celebration, we got to do a lot of hard work now. That is now from July 1st onwards, the first 3 months, you got to put in a lot of planning, not even 3 months, first month, I would say now because of the vacation time, etc. When people get back, immediately you have to start planning. We'll discuss about those documentation work. But a planning has to be done. How to make your club a president distinguished club. This now onwards, there is a Smedley distinguished club. So that should be your target. Nothing less than that. You should never ever think that let me make a club distinguished. That is the minimum. But don't look at the minimum. Look at the highest. What it takes you to make your club Smedley distinguished should be your focus. The core values of Toastmasters. All of you know, right? This is on the screen. But I consider one of the core values, which is very important. Of course, all are important, but I'm saying is excellence. What does it mean by this excellence is important when I say whatever you do in Toastmasters, let it be as a sergeant at arms, let it as a BPPR, secretary, treasurer, whatever role you do in the club, you got to excel. You have to be the best. That should be your aim. Never ever say that, okay, let me complete the meeting today, let me finish the meeting today. It is not that. A meeting before it starts, suppose today is a meeting, the planning has to start at least a week ago. It is actually 15 days. Now, for example, in a club meeting, it will be helpful for the VPEs, VP educations. In the club meetings, what I used to do, end of the meeting, I'll request the president to give me 5 minutes. During the 5 minutes, the business session in the last session, what we have, what I used to do is I used to ask in the meeting, who all wants to be the speaker in the next meeting? So immediately at least one or two, sometimes even three hands will go up. So we got the speakers for the next meeting. Because the most difficult thing which many clubs face is finding the speakers. Then immediately next thing I ask is who wants to be the Toastmaster of the day or evaluators or general evaluator, table topic. These roles which normally I've seen the VPEs find little time consuming and difficult to find has to be solved or can be solved in the meeting itself, in the previous meeting. So try to do these kind of small practices. I'm sure some of you must be doing it already, but if you are not doing or not aware of it, please do that. I also learned from some other seniors, some other clubs. When I visit other clubs, I've seen some people doing it. So try to accept and duplicate or copy paste those good practices which you see in other clubs. So VP education of a club, I would say, is like in a country like India, say democratic country like India, where we have a president, we have a prime minister. But I consider VPE is like the prime minister who actually does the hard work. President is there as president, but he or she presides on the top as a club the leader. Normally, what I've seen is this year's PPE becomes president next year. So we normally used to say that that is the time for you to really relax, enjoy, and accept the accolades. Because when the club performs well and becomes, fantastic, then the president is the one who walks up to receive the trophy. So that is how it is. But VPE has to be very meticulous, very planning, very, the awards man, which I just said earlier. He should be an awards man. Focus on whatever. Now I saw the PQD awards are already announced, CGD awards are announced, PR awards are announced. Look into those awards, analyze them, what it takes to get that award. I'm sure there are some criteria given in the each awards category. Highlight them, mark them. These are the ones I have to achieve this, then I get this award. Apart from that, Toastmasters International also has got many awards like this membership awards. Get into those membership awards. I told you I joined Toastmasters through a Speechcraft program. Those who are not aware of it, Speechcraft program, check with your seniors what exactly it is. Ask your PQD, district PQD, what it is. She will explain to you. Now, do that in your club if you're not done it already or if you're not doing it already. There are open houses. These are all membership building tools which are time tested. Everyone has done it and succeeded. So you don't have to really think, will it work or will not work? It has already worked. All you have to do is organize it, implement it, and do the membership building, because membership building is a challenge. Every year, Toastmasters International, some survey says that 40% of people leave. What does that 40% means? If there are 20 members in the club, 8 members leave. That is the reason in the Toastmasters International, that DCP, which we will be seeing later, guideline, they say 4 members if you add, you get 1 point. 4 more members you add, you get another 1 point. So 8 numbers you have to add every year, because what is observed is on an average, 8 members leave the club every year. So don't worry, some people are leaving, it's okay. But your job as a club leader is to add those 8 members. All right. So excellence is something which I want to focus on it. All of you try to be the best. I'm not a Medicor, I'm not an ordinary club. So when you have a club, I'm sure a lot of people will complain or say that members are not coming, members are not showing interest. These are all typical problems every club goes through. But all you as leaders have to do is find out why members are not coming or why members are reluctant to take up roles. The main reason, I'm sure all the clubs would have seen this moments of truth, which is one of the very important module which Toastmasters International recommend all clubs to conduct it twice in a year. Then moments of truth, if you know what the word means, it is a word derived from the company Procter and Gamble. Their marketing department has done this. Is a marketing term, moments of truth. The moments of truth is nothing but when a guest comes in, how he is treated, the feeling he has. Many members, when you go to a new place, how you are treated by the people who are already there, that is the first impression or first moment. You feel nice. And then during the meeting, how he's, engaged. He's asked to introduce himself. He's asked, in the end, he's asked about his feedback. These are all engaging that new member. Or if time permits, you can even call him for a table topic speech. So he feels really at home. So this is how the second moment is coming. Third moment is when he goes out with a lot of positivity. I want to be part of this club. This is where I want to belong to. That feeling. And fourth moment is when he starts talking about this to others. Yesterday I went to so and so club meeting. Oh, it was fantastic. I felt very, very nice. You must also come and experience it. These are the things which every club should practice. It is not just education module which is talking about, but you have to practice it and then implement it in the club. I'm sure you will start getting members after members. Definitely, because that word will spread. A new guest who's coming in, he felt nice, he's joining. I'm sure he's going to tell his friends and colleagues and whomever he thinks this goodness should be shared with, and they will come in. So these are all some of the things to be practiced. And speechcraft also I want to mention a little bit because I think I came to Toastmasters on speechcraft. I attended speechcraft. It's nothing but a 8 session trial. It's like a sample of Toastmasters to non-Toastmasters. So people come, they experience it. After 8 weeks, some people discontinue. They don't come back. But some people who find the value in that will visit the club. We normally invite all the speechcrafters to visit the club just like that. You become or don't become, it's up to them as a member. But they experience again that positivity, that the learning chances what you have in the club, and they will join the club. So membership building is very important, especially during this time when the TIs increase the fee, which is definitely a little headache for all of us. It's an international problem, as our TLI chair Naveen said. It is not only in Qatar; it's everywhere. Places like India where we have a tax also on it. It's not just a fees alone. There is a government tax for any fund which is going outside the country. So since this fund is going to US, there is additional tax they have to pay. So it is more difficult than even in Qatar. And you convert that US dollars into rupees, it is a big sounding, big looking number as well. So difficulty is there as the membership fees increase. But still, it's as leaders, as we as leaders, it's our responsibility to give the value for that money what they pay. That includes ourselves. Even our own money is there. So we also should be able to get best out of it. Okay. So excellence, is that what I'm saying? Go after all the awards, whatever PQD awards, CGD awards, PR awards. I say that all the clubs should go after all the awards. Then the club quality, whether you win the award or not, that also is a very good encouragement. Even if it is not, the club performance or club level is going to go up. So meet or exceed the expectation by giving innovative solutions, superior service. It's nothing but, you visit a restaurant, not only for the food, service, how you are made comfortable in that place, that will decide, your frequent visit to a particular restaurant. I mean, this is simple as that. All right. So now having said this, these are all the core values which we should adopt in this case. Okay. The other core values also remain as important as this is. Now, what is the dream of this team, which is on your right of your screen, the district core team, District 116 this year, is that who can tell this dream? Let me hear from the district director. Can you unmute and tell me, Sherwin? I'm asking about your dream. Sherwin, you are there? All right. Anybody else? Ajaya?
Yes, yes, I'm here.
Okay, please.
All right. Okay. So
What's your dream?
okay. I dream of a successful delivery of the District 116 when it comes to achieving their goals, to being a medley distinguished district for this term.
All right, good. So here it is. To become Smedley Distinguished District. I haven't talked to him, just to tell you all others who are present here. I haven't talked to him. This is a surprise to him as well. And to become number one in the world, which the place where we belong to. But last couple of years, for whatever reason, I'm not getting into that. We couldn't achieve this. But okay, except for 1 year, we became Smedley Distinguished during Distinguished DTM Sabina's term. But other than that, we didn't become. But I'm sure with concerted efforts, a teamwork. I'm sure there's a fantastic team of trio on the top, supported by everybody. What I'm very pleased to see that everybody is included. This is like an inclusive cabinet. All inclusive cabinet. What I'm seeing is that's a fantastic thing to see. So all the past leaders are included, all the present leaders are included, everybody's there. So there is a right time and the most possible and fantastic time to achieve this dream. This dream, though I call it as a district trio's dream, but it is the dream of the district. Now, all of you have to take it up as my dream. This is my dream to become. To become this, Sherwin cannot do, Ajaya cannot do, Naila cannot do alone. But they can do it only with the support of all the club leaders who are present here. You take up a promise that, yes, I will do it. I'll make my club excellent. I'll make my club president distinguished or Smedley distinguished. That should be the goal in the beginning itself. Once you have this goal, I'm sure nobody can stop you and you will achieve your goal. Here, as I said as told you already, the roles of club is very, very important. All the clubs should become minimum distinguished. Minimum distinguished is what TA says, but I would say target always for the Smedley distinguished status. Not minimum distinguished is a minimum. Minimum, when I say minimum, but minimum is not what we are looking for. One of the core values, as I told you, is excellence. Now we are getting into the real stuff. The stuff of this training program is how to become a distinguished club. And when I say distinguished club, don't read it as distinguished. It's actually Smedley distinguished is what I'm talking about. But Toastmasters International talks about as the minimum, which is a distinguished club. We'll see what are the criteria, what are the techniques to become, what all things you have to achieve. What it says, very simple, earn 5 DCP points or more. 5 or more DCP points when you earn, your club will become distinguished. Now, what is DCP points? We'll talk about. DCP points. What is DCP points? I'll tell you a small story about DCP points. Ever since I joined Toastmasters, I've been hearing this word, DCP points, DCP points. I just think that everybody's talking about DCP points, especially, area director, division directors, district, all when they visit the club, they talk about how many DCP points you have, what is your plan for your DCP points. So I used to think that why is this all DCP? Because we joined Toastmasters to learn, to improve our communication skills. But what does this DCP is coming? This is where the club leaders should understand. What is DCP? Now, when I went to US, my first time when I went for international convention, part of the international convention, we have a training for the trio. So when I attended the training in trio, there also one trainer came up with DCP points. I said, what the hell? This is everywhere DCP only. Now, DCP is, and so I asked that lady, the trainer, why is that you're talking about DCP even at the international level? So she gave me a one word or one line or one phrase answer, which is very important. Now, what she said is, why I'm talking about even at the international training is because it is that important. You understand? It is that important. If it is to be talked about in the international convention, that means the importance of DCP, the 3-letter, acronym, is that. So I understood, yes, it is very, very important. Now we'll see what does that DCP means. DCP is nothing but Distinguished Club Program for Best Member Experience or the Moment of Truth, which I explained a little earlier. Now, this is something which club has to do to make your club the best club in town, the best club in the district. Now, Distinguished Club Program is for member experience. You understand? The member, when they come, they have to get the best out of it. Now, who's responsible for that? The Club ExCom. The Club ExCom is making sure the member gets what he is to get or what he expects to get. When someone joins a club, I'm sure he will have certain expectation. If you don't get those expectations, that is where the member leaves the club. I've seen some people, a lot of people, they leave one club and join another club because they did not get that experience or expectation what they had in that club A. So they thought or they chose club B because they find a better experience there. A roadmap to achieve. What is DCP? Is a roadmap to achieve excellence in education, membership, training, and administration. These are four categories, four topics on which points are given. We'll see in the coming slides how many points and how they get, etc. But all you understand is education on the top, because education is Toastmasters' primary objective, right? We are an education organization. So education comes on the top, and that carries the maximum weightage as well. Then, of course, membership. If membership is not there, club cannot sustain. And if club doesn't sustain, the members don't get any, experience of their choice. And of course, the training, each member or I'm talking about the ExCom member, has to undergo certain training program for them to deliver what the member needs, right? And as an administration side, this carries only 1 point, but administration is nothing but record keeping, some report sending, these kind of things, fee payment, etc. These all comes on the administration side. So that also has a point. Now, once you achieve certain criteria or guidelines of Toastmasters International in these four categories, your club will become distinguished or higher. Simple. It is not very complicated. It's like in how you work in an office or an organization. It has to have certain milestones to achieve this year. Every company will give some targets, that could be in sales, that could be in service, that could be in anything. So those targets, these are nothing but targets for your club to achieve to be the best club. As I said, the best club is, again, you have to move a little higher. But to be one of the best clubs is what we are talking about here, in this program, DCP program. Now, this is a picture on the right-hand side. If you look at it, this is what the club success plan means. So this is the plan. In every club, in the beginning of the term itself, that is the reason this training is conducted. We are conducting the training, even though it's a vacation time. But this is the time you have to start preparing club success plan. Now, what does it mean? In simple terms, this is nothing but a document which will help you to plan your year ahead. This one full year, how you are going to run the club and to achieve the highest DCP points of 10 out of 10. What need to be done is what this document is talking about. And it's a subsequent pages. The 10 pages are there. Subsequent pages, it will also talk about in detail. You can fill up that. The ExComs can sit together in one place, virtually or physically. Both are okay. And discuss about this. How we can achieve these points is what this document will help you. So club success plan, if you really look at it, the top, you fill up the program year, club number, etc. You fill it up. And what are the qualifying requirements? The table on the top, on the right-hand side, if you look at it, there are 4 levels are there: distinguished, select distinguished, president distinguished, and recently added smelly distinguished. Now the criteria is given, what is to be done, when it is to be submitted, etc. All that things are given along with that. Okay, like now below that, if you look at it, to become a distinguished club, what is required is in the education category. If you look at it, there are 6 points. Now the 6 points are very clear. 4 level 1s, 2 level 2s, 2 more level 2s, 2 level 3, 1 level 4, or 1 more level 4, or a DTM, in both. So when you achieve all these, you get 6 DCP. So one I mean, point number one, I'll come back. 4 level ones, when you achieve, you get 1 DCP point, which we just said Distinguished Club Program point. That is DCP point you'll get. I told you, this is the most important thing in Toastmasters for a club leader is achieving DCP points. Nothing other than that. As I told you, the international level, when I went for the training, that lady also told me it's very important. That is the reason we talk about it even at the international level. So understand that it's a very, very important point what we are talking about. All the club leaders should understand that we should achieve maximum number of DCP points. This is the criteria. So 10 out of 10 should be your target. Now, where you reach by the end of the year, there are some people may find some challenges, but getting 9 shouldn't be a problem at all. So as I told you, 4 level ones when you achieve, you get 1 DCP point. 2 level 2s when you achieve, you get another DCP point. So that makes it 2 DCP points total. 2 more level 2 make 1 more DCP point, 3. So it becomes 3. So whatever written there in the education under that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, they are all 1 DCP points coming in. That means when you achieve all these, you get 6 DCP points. All right. Now after that is talking about membership. Membership, I told you, every year your target should be to add 8 new members minimum. I'm talking about 8 is a new minimum. So there are 4 you add first time, then you get 1 point. 4 more you add, you get another 1 point. So 8 members when you add, you get 2 DCP points. That makes it 6 plus 2, 8. Then we are talking about training. Training, many of you would have undergone the officers training. I think it's already over, a club officer training 1. So there, those who people have undergone that training 4, at least minimum 4. I mean, we normally talk about 10 out of 10, 7 out of 7. But even if 7 is not there, 4 minimum you attend, you get 1 DCP. Another training is coming in. That training also you attend towards the second half of the year. Then you get another point. So there are, you get 1 point when you attend both the trainings. Okay, there's only 1 point for the training. Then finally, we have administration. Administration is one-time payment. One-time payment of members, payment. You have to pay, and also, there are 2 payment cycle we have, out of which we are talking about 1 payment at least we have to pay for minimum number of 8 members. Now, when I say 8 members, out of that, what it says is 3 should be from the previous term. The 8 members, all of they cannot be new. 3 should be from the previous term. That's a little bit, you can think about it if you have not understood it. And finally, we have a report, club officers list to be sent to TI. Then normally, this year's report is sent by the previous year. Before the end of the term, you have to send. Normally, secretary does it. So this year, secretary will do it for the coming year. When the new team is formed, that will be sent. Okay, these are the way you can earn 10 DCP points. As I told you, all 10 also is achievable. It's not impossible at all. There are many clubs in District 116 achieving all 10 out of 10. All right. And in Smedley Distinguished District, when it has to become, only criteria is you have to have a minimum of 25 members. A minimum number of members for every club is actually 20. But to become Smedley Distinguished, you got to have 25 members. That's all you have to understand. If it is a little complicated, later when you get time, you can go through it, sit with some of the senior members of the club. They will explain to you in detail, or you yourself, the club EXCOM can sit together. I'm sure the president and the VP and all as little more senior people, I'm sure they can explain this to the other new members. So what is the club success plan? Is a document plan prepared by the club EXCOM, a plan to earn DCP points that will help in becoming distinguished or higher. It's clear? So this is how a club success plan is talking about. Now, club success plan has got, I told you, there are 10 pages. So this is the page 2. Now here, when I want to explain to you this, this is nothing but, this is a document which is giving you, the names from your club. You can write down. These are all editable pages. You can write down the name of how many are there? 6 members. You don't need 6 actually. We need only 4. But you write all 6 names, in this, so that they are the ones, the probable people who will achieve these awards, this level completions. So write their names. The same way, goal 2 also, there are 3, but you need only 2, but still you write down all the names. You can write even more than 3 if there are members who are going to achieve level 2. The same way, goal 3, again you write down 3 names. All right. So same way you write all these things, and then this is the page 3 of our club success plan. Again, here the strategies, you can write down all the details, goals, how you can do it, what are the strategies you have. As I told you, for education, how to motivate more members to get in. This is a way you have to encourage more people to give speeches, giving them more speaking slots, and people who are in the list should be given preference. Though it is advisable to give the new members also chances to speak. Definitely, yes, because new members are ultimately going to be in the list next year. But the members who are there in already into pathways and already into certain number of speeches, they should find a place here. And you should also talk to those members and get their agreement. Yes, I will complete my level 2. I will complete my level 3 or 4, whatever it is, that has to be convinced. You have to convince the members also to complete it. Unless with the help of members, you cannot do anything. So club leaders have to take the concurrence from the members that they will complete these projects. And then VPE, when he or she is actually creating or making an agenda for the meeting, you have to talk to these people whose names are already there in the list and ensure that they give speeches, because you can't hurry it up towards the end and then complete one level. It has to be gradual. So I always say a member should give one speech at least in a month. And there are opportunities to give speeches even outside the clubs. If your club is too busy, too many people are there, too many members are new members are there, role members, you find out a space outside the club. There are clubs who may be asking you, is there is a vacancy, there is a vacant slot available, and if you are welcome to our club to give a speech, please take that opportunity. So these are the way you can get a chance, and it should be self-driven as well. Now, you as a club leader, your job is to put the new members especially on track. Because initially when they join, I'm sure they'll be a little confused. They'll be, here and there, what I'm supposed to do, how I do it, how I give. So obviously we have some proven techniques of giving a mentor and, giving trainings on new member orientation, etc. All that you have to do. This is all part of the moments of truth. People should feel really nice and comfortable being a member of your club. And once that is done, then you give them a path. This is how you have to start giving speeches after speeches after speeches, because all of us have joined Toastmasters with a purpose. We have to learn something out of it in the shortest possible time. Not very, very few probably continue like me after 17 years still continuing. But all others, there are many people who join with a definite, clear, definite, their idea they have a, they want what they want to achieve in that short time. So even members should be having that focus, and they should be giving speeches and in a time bound way. Not that, I've not given a speech for almost a year. That is not the right way. So such members should be identified and motivated and, guided to give speeches. So this is very important. This is a very important role of the respective club leaders, especially the VP education has to take up. Not only VP education, though he or she is primarily responsible, but anybody else who's part of the XCOM can take up or be the subcommittee of the VP education and support him or her in fulfilling this role. All right, so this is page number 2 and 3. Now we are going into the other pages. That is the other pages. Okay. Now this is page number 4, membership goals. As told you, we have to include, or you have to add 8 new members during the year. So the 4 new members, how do you recruit new members? It's very important how to recruit new members. As told you, there are 2 tools which is highly proven and successfully implemented everywhere is one is speechcraft, another one is open house. More than open house, I find speechcraft, because speechcraft, you take about 20 members and run this program. It's little effort from the XCOM to run this program. But once you do this program, I'm sure out of the 20, my experience is minimum 10 to 12 members will join the club. It's mark my words. It is, guarantee from my side. You run a speechcraft program of 8 sessions, 8 weekends, 2 hours, and then take about 20 members at a cost. Whatever the expense for that you have to collect from the members. There is no additional, no profit, no loss, and run this program. Do it with a finale, final thing. Make them happy. Give them what I used to do when I was a speechcraft coordinator. Last day when they go, I used to give them a small cups, trophies. Trophies written that speechcraft program conducted by Qatar Toastmasters, date to date, and then as a participant, they feel so nice. I remember somebody carrying that small trophy and saying, "Sir, this is the first trophy I'm getting in my life." These are all something small, but for him, it's very, very big. And no doubt, such people will continue in Toastmasters. They'll come back to the club. So run these membership programs, which are very good. So write down what are your strategies in that blue portions, the blank portions, while making this particular, DCP, this Distinguished Club Program. And then who are all part of this particular, the documentation is the what put the president's name, sign. Why you find two columns against president and every role is because in US they have a 6 monthly club excom, but in Qatar we have only yearly leadership. So it's only one name, sign it, and members also can be part of it. This is what it means. And the last, but not the last, this is what a sixth page is that again administration goals, what all you have to do, who will send. This is very important. Because at the end of the term, the secretary has to send the incoming, the next year's team who's coming in to TI. And somebody has to make the payment. I told you the membership you have to pay 8, out of which 3 should be the previous terms members. This is who's going to do that. Ideally, it's treasurer, but here in this document, you are writing down that. That makes it a commitment. That makes it, at that moment, who will do, whose credit card, who's going to send it. This type of confusions will not come. So that is why this documentation is done here. And next is optional. This is all talking about the integrity, how the communication within the club is going to be, who will be the decision maker. For example, the next slide you see, if there is a dispute or there is a, conflict, how you're going to resolve it. You can write down this, right now you can write down. For example, when, once when I was part of this and when we made this document, I remember writing down, if there is a difference of opinion among the XCOM, of course, difference of opinion is most welcome. Some new ideas may come in and, all that will happen. So when there is a difference of opinion, we left it to the president to decide. President being the head of the thing, president to decide. Not necessarily. You can always say that, although you can also say that it is majority, If there are 7 people, 4 one side, 3 on other side, so whatever the 4 decides, so whatever the methodology you want to follow, you can write down that and document it. So tomorrow, if at all there is a conflict happens, if there is a difference of opinion, you don't have to look around and talk to the district leaders or division leaders to come and resolve it. The club leaders themselves can resolve because you have agreed a methodology to resolve it. Okay, so that is what it says. And talking about the planning process, this particular who all prepared or who all signed it. As you can see, there are some up to immediate past president is there. After that, some club member is there, normal member without a role, or subcommittee members or anybody. They all can be part of the process of making this document. So, and this is the last page, which is appendix, action item worksheet. These are all ancillary, not necessary. It's not a compulsory thing to do it, but it's advisable to fill up all the 10 pages and keep it with you. And I request all of you to review this document, once in a while, every month when you have a club XCOM meeting. That is where this document has to be reviewed and updated. Sometimes what happens, somebody who was to do a level 3 or level 4 left the country. Suddenly, all of a sudden, that is a surprise to all of us and unfortunate thing, because a country like for Qatar, you can't really say what's going to happen tomorrow. So you have to immediately update this document, find another person who can step into that role. So that is why I'm saying this is to be reviewed every month or every 2 months, depending on whatever you decide during your club XCOM meeting. I suppose this club XCOM has to meet once in a month, every month. It can be again in person, or it can be over a Zoom call. So whatever you feel is convenient, you can do it like that. I suggest in person, because that creates more proximity. Over a cup of coffee you can have, and then you can talk about it, whatever issues, whatever upcoming events. Make meetings interesting. Different types of meetings you try to introduce in the club. I'm sure many clubs are doing it, but still I encourage all the clubs to do it. Now, this will engage members to be part of the club more often. Otherwise, people think that, okay, it's really a same monotonous meeting, and what is to be, nothing exciting happening. So let me go, let me not go. So people may miss the meeting. So that is why I say you have to have interesting and varying type of meetings. Now, to conclude, what is the conclusion you want to do? Let's make District 116 smartly distinguished and number one in the world. If you see the picture on the right hand side, the middle portion is different. Did you see what's the middle portion? The photo on the bottom has to be replaced with a new photograph, which our leaders, the current leaders, will go up the stage and take this trophy. But the matter will remain more or less same. Wishing all the best to the current leadership, and the club leaders. You have to do a fantastic job this year. Work hard, plan well, and execute it. I'm sure we can achieve number one and smartly distinguished this year. All the best, and back to TLI chair.
Thank you so much, distinguished Toastmaster Raghavan Menon. I kindly ask all the attendees to unmute and give a thunderous round of applause for our trainer tonight. Distinguished Toastmaster Raghavan Menon, from his experience, he gave us practical steps and tips on how to plan for the club success and how to use the Distinguished Club program points as key points or key performance indicators to monitor the health and the quality of our club and our members. So I will now shift to the practice and the Q&A session. This is the time when you will get the chance to maybe try to write or to choose one area to write it on the spot during the training, or ask any questions relevant to the DCP program or the club success plan. And to lead this practice and Q&A session, I kindly invite the TLI co-chair, Toastmaster Michael Vivek, to take over the screen and to lead this session. And Toastmaster Michael Vivek, I have only known him a few months ago, but I have discovered that he is Superman in disguise. Toastmaster Michael is a very active member, a very active leader, and he is the current VP Public Relations of Zeal Toastmasters, as well as being a very active member in both the Club Growth Director team and the Program Quality Director team. So please put your hands together to welcome TLI co-chair Toastmaster Michael. Toastmaster, the screen is yours. Toastmaster Michael, the screen is yours.
Thank you, TLI Chair DTM Nevin, for that wonderful introduction. I'm sure Toastmaster is the only place where we get such beautiful introductions, and we do really enjoy it. And to go ahead with the Q&A sessions, firstly, thank you very much all the leaders and our presenters and the presenter, distinguished Toastmaster Raghavan Menon, for the insightful and the practical session what you have conducted over the period of 30 to 40 minutes. It was very engaging, and we could really feel what we have missed out, the DCP points. As you earlier mentioned, we always hear about DCP, but we never know what is DCP. But it was very insightful. And all our attendees have been very good listeners. I didn't get any questions on the Q&A box or the comment box. I request leaders to take this opportunity to come unmute yourself and then ask the questions directly if you have any questions.
Actually, Toastmaster Michael, if you would allow me, I would like to start the Q&A session by asking a very important question that I believe is worth discussing now. So, distinguished Toastmaster Raghavan, we have been talking during the last hour about the DCP and the club success plan and why is it important for clubs. Can you please also highlight why is it important for members? Why is it important for the individuals to make sure that these documents are well written and well prepared? What's in it for me as a leader?
Okay. Interesting question. As I was telling you, when I joined and became the VPE, secretary, I didn't know much about what's happening. But when I became the VPE, is the time I realized there is a lot to learn from Toastmasters in terms of planning, execution, and the success which results in that, the happiness what you gain. This is all relevant to your life, your personal life, as well as your professional life. In the office scenario, when you look at it, many activities which I did when I was working in Qatar, in my company, people used to be, surprised and ask, how did you do it? Oh, what made you think like this? This is something which you learn out of this. But in a club, when the club becomes the best club in Qatar or the best newsletter in the Qatar, so these all as a result of meticulous planning. As I told you, the awards man was called as, when you plan well and when you succeed, that accolades which comes to you, that gives you a kick. You feel really, really nice. So in terms of knowledge gain, in terms of your ego boost, all put together, it's going to be a very, very, excellent situation when you take up these roles and when you plan and when you, succeed in that execution part. So this is all, every step or every level you have to enjoy, and you have to really enjoy and do it. And Toastmasters is the only place where you can learn by making mistakes. You know that. So even if some of your planning didn't work out, doesn't matter. You tried, you planned, you tried, and it's a collective decision. It's not only one individual. So that sharing and the sharing the success and sharing the planning, that process itself will boost your image, your ego, your the overall personality. This is what my experience is.
Thank you, DTM Raghavan. TLI Chair, I hope that answers your question.
Yes.
Yeah.
You want to add something, Naveen? I'm sure you are also equally knowledgeable and experienced, so you can also add something to your what I said.
Actually, what can I say after your words? But I can only add something that is very personal to me. I always believe that somehow Toastmasters helps us to achieve our own self-actualization, to reach our own self-actualization. And those of you who are familiar with Maslow's hierarchy of needs will know that the self-actualization is on top of the needs of any person. So when you have satisfied all your basic needs, you are eating, you're drinking, you're going out with your family, everything, you're working, the sense of belongingness to something that is successful, this this gives you the shiver, this gives you the sense of pride that I am a member of a very successful club, which is maybe the best club in the district. I'm a member of the best district in the world, the number one district in the world. And believe me, I'm not exaggerating, but the first time our district became number one in the world, which was the first year after being a prospect district, by the way. When I mentioned this on the official Facebook page of Toastmasters members, that I'm a member of District 116, everyone replied back, "Oh, you are member of number one district. You made it this year. How did you do it? This is your first year as a district." So you cannot imagine the sense of pride, and I felt like I'm a queen because I belong to such a fantastic group of people and a very successful district. So that's why I believe, adding to what DTM Raghavan has just mentioned, at the individual level, you will feel very proud of yourself when you see and watch that your small contribution, even the smallest contribution to the club, by taking a role, by taking a speech, by inviting guests, all these contributions will make you a very proud individual at the end of the year, not a proud Toastmaster, a very proud individual. That's my 2 cents for the discussion.
Yeah, it's true, true, very true, very true. Yes, good.
Thank you, TLI Chair, for sharing your area of contribution as well. And we have one question on the chat box. It says that I would like to get more information on how to conduct a speech craft apart from the resources in the TI website. They're also asking, is there any way that they can reach out to a Toastmaster or a lead or an expert whom they can contact for guidance?
Yeah, I think yes, definitely we can help in that. We will see who is experienced and have done the exercise of the speechcraft before more than once, and we will contact you directly, Toastmaster Mina, to liaise this. I hope this
And
answers your request.
Naveen, let me add to this.
Yes,
Who's the one who's asked this question? May I know his name?
Mina John.
Menon John. Okay, Menon John, let me briefly tell you how we did it. You know, I've been part of Speechcraft about 4 to 5 Speechcraft. I've been part of it as a coordinator, assistant coordinator, etc. All we have to do is starting point is you internally in the club XCOM decide a suitable time frame for doing it, find out a venue, make a budget, how much it will cost, including this is a no profit activity. So just find out how much is the exact actual expense, the rent and the refreshments and some mementos to give in the last day, etc. And make a budget and divide. So, and that amount has to be collected from each participant. Now, to get the participant, what you do is you can put an advertisement in the Gulf Times, the local newspaper you can put, or in Arabic, if it is Arabic newspaper you can put for it's Arabic club. And we used to even put in a family food center and Lulu. They allow you to put it in the free notice board ads. When you especially when you say it's for a no profit organization, they will allow. So go and put that. People will see it. They'll call you, give a number, etc. in that advertisement, and they will call you. And then you explain to them what exactly. Many people may not know what it is. So you have to briefly explain what it is. Though you write little bit in the write up in that. It's a crash course on public speaking. It's a 8 session on weekends, etc., etc. You have to write in the advertisement. Once you start getting the people, there is a manual for Speechcraft program. That TI gives that manual. You can download the manual or you buy the manual. Even for participants, there are manuals that also you can circulate to the participants when they come. If you don't want to really buy, you can even make photocopy of that. It's okay. You can make nice color cover and inside can be black and white. That is exactly how the original manual is. Or you can buy it from TI website. You can buy from the store. It will cost you a little bit money, but that money also you can put it into the members what amount their participants are paying. You can include that as well. And there are each chapter there are education modules how to each one to be done. You can invite senior Toastmasters. They need not be from your club. You can invite others, district leaders, to give each module. They can come and give that presentation. So participants, typically you can invite about 20 people. You can take it into that thing and into the program. And end of the 8th session, normally we run it on a Friday, Saturday. if it is okay, because Friday can be during daytime, Saturday can be in the evening, and run it for 2 hours. How a Toastmasters club is done, it's exactly same pattern. And at the end of it, as I told you, you have a small, get together like a dinner party, etc., where people who have attended, they will present these speeches, and that time you can invite their family members as well, their wives or husbands and children, all they can come, and that will be like a party, and the club leaders and the district leaders are all invited. And that is where they feel so nice, that they are able to talk, they are able to present, lead. It's a like Toastmaster the day, everything will be there like a Toastmaster typical meeting. And I'm sure out of the 20, I told you, my experience says minimum 12 of them will join the club. 12, mark my words, 12, 10 to 12 people will join the club. It's a fantastic membership building tool, which very rarely I have not seen many people, many clubs doing it, because there is some extra effort involved. As a club leader, please go ahead and do it.
Distinguished Toastmaster Raghavan, if I can quickly share my screen to show everyone how they can access the club success plan template on TI website itself to make things
Yeah,
easier.
sure.
So would you like me to do it, or you prefer to do
No,
it
you can
yourself?
do it. You can do it. You can do it.
I can do it. Okay, I hope I can share my screen.
Yes, now we
Yes,
can.
we can see.
Okay, so I will give you the quick or the shortcut for how to do this. So all you need to do is to go to the main page of Toastmasters website, okay, and then instead of searching and going through all these sub tabs, you can just type here in the search field Club Success Plan. And once you write it, Club Success Plan, I will rewrite it again, like this. Okay, and I will press the search. So what will happen is that the search here, the search results will show me anything related to the Club Success Plan. It is a bit slow, but it's coming. So here, the first form here, this one, you can access it here through this one or through this one. This one will open the form itself right away. Okay, so Club Success Plan, this will give you the option to download the form. Okay, then you click download form. Okay, I hope it's opening now.
Actually, we have a few questions on the chat box. So first question, I think DTM Nevin, you can answer this. We have a question from Bakra Toastmasters VP. Do we need to submit this in the TI portal after filling the details?
Yes. Sorry.
Yes, this is one of the criteria for your club to become distinguished or higher.
Exactly. You need to submit it. So as soon as you fill the form itself, there is an option for you to, as a club officer, to submit. Actually, it's the president who usually submits the plan after it is being filled. And you submit it before the 30th of September. Because after 30th of September, unfortunately, your club will not be eligible to join the Distinguished Club program. I hope that answers the question.
Yes, thank you. And we have
I
one more.
request the area directors and division directors to monitor this. The clubs have done it or not done. It's very, very important, because sometimes club leaders miss out. So area directors should be on top of it. You only have 4 clubs to take care. Please do that. Division directors can ask the area directors about this. Please. Sanjay has a question.
Yes,
The way.
Sanjay has a question. He has put in the chat box. Could you please show the interactive version of CSP, Club Success Plan?
Yeah, the same one. This is the one. I think it's opened, Naveen. It's opened finally.
Yes, it's open. This one is not the interactive one. This one is the document itself. It's the PDF file itself. Okay, but
But
I
there is one
believe
with the
that once,
blue writing where we can
yes,
fill it up there itself. All the
yeah,
blue. Yeah. I think
yes,
this is the
here it
one. This
is.
is the
So
one.
here, the program year 26, 27. Okay, and the club number, you fill your own club number. And then this is like a reminder or a summary for the qualifying requirements of the Distinguished Club program to help you with your plan. And then after that, you will start section by section discussing with the relevant club officer how you are going to reach or achieve that goal, whether in education, membership, administration, training, etc. Okay, so here is the page for the progress worksheet for the educational goals. So I will write here, should should be more interactive than this, but anyway.
You can write
So
some
here,
names there.
yeah, you need to write some names here.
Just
So it
write.
is editable, okay, but maybe the version of Adobe that I have doesn't allow me to do that on the spot. But this is in essence what you need to do. The same screenshots that distinguished Toastmaster Raghavan has already shared in his presentation. Okay, and what I can also do, and this idea has just popped up in my mind as now, I will see if I can get one of the club success plans of last year for any club who has achieved the Smedley Distinguished. Maybe we'll remove the names, but at least we can share the tactics and strategies that this club has used so that it can
Yeah.
be some kind of, insights for the club officers to use as guidance, not as copy paste.
DTM Nevin, may I intervene in between?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I would like to stress here that this is the PDF document which you can, editable PDF, which you can upload on TI portal as a club officer. Or there is one more option when you log in as a club officer. There is, you go to Club Central and there you have to have the link of Club Success Plan. You go there, make this PDF ready somewhere and feed that information immediately on that and submit. So instead of uploading your PDF, you can feed all the data interactively on your TI portal immediately. Once everything is decided with your Club XCOM, you have come up with all the details and the draft is ready with you. Immediately log in as a president or VP or club officer, and in the Club Central Access, if you go inside, you will get DTM Nevin, can you just go? Club Central, go to,
Yes.
we'll just show them how to do it online, so that will also help them. Instead of going through a PDF, you can directly go and do it with this
So it's
interactive
under
system
the
and save.
it's under the
Save
club
and post.
management.
Yes. Clubs Club
Club
Success
success
Plan.
plan. Second one.
Go to Club Success Plan.
Second.
Yeah, here it is.
So you start one by one step, you feed and then save and move on to the next one. So either you have one option, interactive session, submit here directly and uh, it's done. Otherwise, you make your PDF ready and upload the PDF in that format and your job is done. So there are two options. You can do it. The better one, whatever is comfortable with you, you can do that. Once you write, you have to every time save and move ahead. Okay. So once you finish writing everything, submit your report at the last tab. That way you will be able to submit your CSP. new way, people are finding it very easy rather than putting on the PDF on the TI from the on the TI portal. So whichever way is comfortable with you, you can opt for that. Uh, yeah,
Yeah.
back to you,
Ma-
Nevin.
Thank you. And may I also add that after the recognition of the 25-26 program years complete, this page will also include visual ways for the club officer to track their club DCP progress. Okay. Division A, Qatar. Someone is raising the hand, but I cannot see the name.
Yes, this is Kumaran here.
Sorry, I cannot see the screen.
Madam, can you please highlight me in this place where it has to be uploaded if it is in a physical form? Because I don't see anywhere there is an uploadable area. Because I remember the previous year, as a president of the club, there was only option for filling it online.
Mm-hmm. Yes, yes.
So
Yeah,
if
yeah, you are absolutely right. The printable template or the printable PDF is only for the discussion during the brainstorming and the discussion of the club officers. But this online form, the editable online form, is the only form that will be accepted by TI. And it's even written here.
if I can just sorry, Nevin,
Sorry.
if I can just add on.
Yeah.
I'm not part of the club XCOM, but until previous year, as soon as you access plan, the first screen you have the option to choose either the PDF version or the interactive version. Once you choose that, then you will get the option to upload if you choose the option of PDF version. But once the option is chosen, you cannot go back and change it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Actually, when I opened it now, it didn't show me any options, so that's why I opened the online one. That's why. But at least now we know the place of the link, whether we want to download the PDF or whether we want to fill it online. It's up to you. And I think the nice thing about it is that all the club officers will have the access to this document. So after the thorough discussions and after everything is settled, every club officer can go himself or herself to fill in the relevant section. Okay, so that the admin job is distributed fairly among all the club officers. Okay, but it's very easy. We haven't done it yet in our club. We were waiting for this training to happen. And and the Vision A director is raising his hand again. You will take a trophy today.
No. I just wanted to really clarify something very clearly. There is no such options available, and the only format how you can upload is only through the form available.
Mm-hmm.
And also for the XCOM, current XCOM, when they log in through the Club Central and go into this particular form, on the bottom end, they will also can download the previous year success plan of the club, so they can take it as a reference for learning and to guide. So you can also contact the immediate past president because they would have prepared it. So you can download the previous year club success plan of the club and open it, review it, how it is filled, and follow the format. And also there is another way for the education, VP education, to fill up this thing is they can see all the members present in the club and where their levels are completed. What is their current levels? It is also there. So from there, you can list down the people who are eligible for certain levels. And then you can contact us, DTM Raghavan said, check with them and fill up this information. So all these things are available in the Club Central. So it is very easy to take it further. And it makes life easier.
Thank you, Division A Director, for your insightful thoughts. And we have one question in the chat box, and as well as Toastmaster Sanjay also raising his hands. Toastmaster Sanjay, would you like to go ahead?
Yes, thank you, Toastmaster Michael. DTM Navin, referring to our no Division A director's response. Yes, as DTM Naila said, we were given the option just once to pick the PDF version or the interactive version. So maybe as the leaders, maybe the TLI chair or the PQD, maybe no, maybe you can check with TI. Will they allow us to reset it and start again or something? Because why I'm saying once you pick the interactive version, when you log in during the middle of the term, it will show you, okay, and now you have reached this much of progress. So all these were given, I think, only in the interactive version. Once you fill in the PDF, it's just like like DTM Kumaran said, you can download and see, but it is not interactively showing on the Club Central. Thank you.
Thank you, TM Sanjay. We have one more question from TM Hasina. What if a member reaches level 1 and level 2 in the same term? How is this DCP counted?
DTM Raghavan, would you like to
DTM
answer this one?
Raghavan?
Yeah.
Yes.
It will be in both levels. He or she will be entered into level 1 as well as level 2. 2 times.
All right. Thank you.
Exactly.
DTM Raghavan, I have one query personally. When a new club forms with new members, what DCP goals should they club prioritize in the first quarters?
First, it's a yearly target. It's not quarterly. Yearly, they have to look into nothing short of smartly distinguished. First year itself, it's people generally think that it is difficult. I still remember, there's one club in US. There are two Malayalam clubs in US, both started by Qatar. District 116. For your information, Aparna Ranish, she's behind both the clubs. Now, just to tell you, one club in Arizona, that's a Malayalam club. I remember, they used to take advices from me and other senior members in Qatar for that club. So once the president called me up from Arizona and asked me, our club, I asked, how is it doing? Where are you now, right now, and all? Say, no, we didn't become anything. Last year also, we didn't become anything. So I told them, this year they said our target is to become distinguished. So I told them, no, don't look at distinguished. You should look for president distinguished. Those days, Smedley was not there. You'll be surprised. End of the term, that president called me back and he said, DTM Raghavan, that time you gave me an idea to look for president distinguished, and we became president distinguished. Unless you target for the highest level, you will not reach there. You look for the lowest level, you will remain in lowest level. So always look for the highest, which is medley distinguished, and you can become. Only membership is 25 members, nothing other than all other things are same. 10 DCP points you have to get, but 25 members, you can become medley distinguished. That should be the target of everyone. Excellence. I told you, TI is one of the core values, excellence. And for people who have attended this program, I just want to tell you, you all will be receiving the PDF version of my presentation. I have already forwarded to TLI chair. She'll be forwarding to you. Thank you.
Thank you,
Back to
DTM
you.
Raghavan. Thank you, DTM Raghavan. That was very nicely said. We have to set our bars high so that we could achieve. We never know our potential. Very rightly said. And if I could quickly ask you one more question, how often club officers review the club success plan during the year? I recall that you have mentioned that every XCOM meeting that we should be recalling this, but practically, how often do you think we should be
No,
going
it is
back?
not a difficult task. Every XCOM meeting, when you meet once in a month, make this in the agenda, review of club success plan. That is one of the activity. And every month when you do it, you have to quickly run through. You have to just look into the education side alone and see that, level 1, level 2, level 3 completion, who's there, who's not there, who can be replaced with whom. All that has to be discussed and, with the team. So I strongly recommend to look into every month. Not that once you make it and bury it. It's not that. You got to revisit every month.
Right. Thank you. We have one clarification from CGD Naila. It is written, just checked in the Club Central, has Division A director mentioned this year only the interactive version is available for the TI form. So thank you, CGD, for that update.
Toastmaster Michael, I just wanted to show this upper part of the club success plan. This is
Yeah,
what
sure.
Division A director was talking about. Last year's the last year club success plan is there. So you have the current program year and the previous program year. So if you click the 25-26 one, it will take you back to the club success plan of the previous XCOM to see how they started, how they ended, and if there's anything that was planned last year and could really help the success of this year, you can also adopt it in this current term. So here is where you will find it, and it will show up as a PDF.
All right. Thank you, TLI Chair Nevin, for showing up the DI website and navigating through the pages where we can find the previous club submissions. And thank you, Division A Director, as well. If there are no further questions, I would like to hand over back to our PQD to provide the vote of thanks. PQD, the
Toastmaster
screen.
Michael, I would
Yes.
also like to tell something. And Madam Navil, can you show the screen once back? I will tell something for the VPEs so they can get to the track immediately. Can you
Okay,
share
I
the
will do
screen?
that. Yeah, sure.
In the Club Central, when you go to the Club Central, scroll down, you will see administrative reports. When you scroll down, yeah,
Yeah,
administrative
this
reports.
shows the history
Yeah,
of the club regarding officers, past club officers,
no,
past.
you just click it, and then you can see on the drop down menu, there is something called past and present educational awards.
Yeah.
Okay, if you click the award dates, arrange it to ascending, you will see what is your current members' educational level that they have last completed right now. So from
Yeah,
that, you
that's
can
right.
use it as a benchmark. Okay, fill the tentative things and then go to the members and ask them their commitments. And then plan with the new members which they are adding so you can add up the levels. There are some clubs may not have level 1 and level 2 members. So at that time, it is the new members who join, then they will replace this thing. So people have to keep on monitoring this. Okay.
I hope it's clear for everyone.
Yeah. Can we have a thumbs up if it is clear for everyone? Thank you, Division A Director. Very insightful and very thoughtful way of navigating the TI website and letting us know from where we can get the information instead of relying by word of mouth.
No, it is learning going through these kind of trainings given by the district. So the credit goes to all the TLIs and mentors like Raghavan Menon. Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. It has been a wonderful interactive session. The questions and answers were more of an interactive sessions, and we were able to practically see through what information we can get through the TI website. And we had a lot of guidance from our division directors and the trainer, DTM Raghavan Menon and the TLI chair. Thank you very much. And I would like to hand over the screen back to our PQD, DTM Ajaya Rogaya, to conduct the vote of thanks. Over to you, DTM Ajaya.
Thank you, Michael, for that handover, and thank you so much for handling the question and answer session very proficiently and very nicely. So, I hope we all are on the same page and we learned a lot today. Before I say my vote of thanks, I would like to invite our CGD Distinguished Toastmaster Naila to give her a few motivational words to all of us, and then I will conclude the meeting by saying vote of thanks. The stage is all yours, distinguished Toastmaster Nile.
Thank you. Thank you so much, PQD. First of all, sorry, I'm not switching on my camera in India. It's quite late. I think this is me, PQD, and DD. This is our third meeting in a row. So, but thank you so much, and good evening, leaders. I will just quickly say just one thing. This is something my mentor, Distinguished Toastmaster Thailand, used to tell me. That is, when you need help, when you need support, please do not hesitate to ask. When you're going through the club success plan, you might have questions, doubts, so many things. It's good if you have questions and doubts, but don't ever think, is this a silly question? Is this a silly doubt? Try from your end. And if you're not able to get it, please ask for support. Go back to your immediate past president, your past presidents of the club. They will be able to guide you. If not, reach out to your area director. They will be able to guide you. But do reach out. Don't get stuck and you're not sure, and then don't end up filling your club success plan just for the sake of filling it. Fill it up properly, and I can guarantee you, you fill it up properly, your club will achieve that medley distinguished status when you have a proper plan in place. So all the best to all the clubs, and thank you so much, Raghavan sir, for being here. It's good to see you in District 116 again and again. So we have had an amazing session, and I hope all the club leaders will be submitting their club success plans as soon as possible. Back to you, PQD.
Let's give a big round of applause to our club group director, Distinguished Toastmaster Naila, for that encouraging words. I would like to thank each one of you who has taken time out from today's busy schedule of yours and being part of this wonderful training. I hope you have got lot of insights about how to draft your club success plan and how to work towards your DCP goals. And I'm really thankful for each one of you who have supported us during this training. And even whenever we feel stuck or we are not aware of the latest developments, leaders like Distinguished Toastmaster Kumaran, leaders like the Distinguished Toastmaster Raghavan sir, is supporting us, guiding us. Toastmaster Sanjay, our distinguished Division D director, he came up with the thought that yes, there is an interactive session now available. PDF is stopped. So maybe this was the new development. I was not aware, but thank you for stepping in, and let's rock together. Let's learn together, because we are here to learn every day. We are learning something new, and I'm so thankful to all of you to give your valuable feedback and to give your insights about today's training. We will look forward to hear your feedback. And I would like to thank Distinguished Toastmaster, our IPDD, Distinguished Toastmaster Raghavan sir. Whenever I call him, he will say, Ajaya, anything for you. You just tell me what is required and what topic you are looking for. Thank you, Raghavan sir, once again for joining us
Thank you, guys.
from India.
Thank you.
Have a
Thank
good
you.
afternoon.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank